Hey guys, sorry again about the noise. I know I'm set literally right next to the fish tank, and also my chair from IKEA that I just got a couple months ago is now squeaking to high hell. I think I'm due for a new chair basically. So this is the first episode of the podcast. I'm calling it FapCast. Basically, it's a partner program with Monday Night Rants, where on the Monday Night Rants program, I'll rant about a topic between 4 and 15 minutes. Usually I try to condense that footage to about maybe 5 minutes or so, but lately they've been kind of stretching out to 6 to 8 minutes. So I talk about one topic, which this week was the Fortnite dances. Can you copyright a dance move? And basically my point on that matter is no, you can't copyright a dance move. I was kind of making fun of the whole video. And basically what we're going to do on this episode of the FapCast is go into a couple more topics. But I also want to explain a little bit more about my view on the Fortnite dances. The only reason that I feel like 2 million Chance the Rapper are making a bigger deal out of this than they are is that they see a game like Fortnite that's really big, and everyone's on this craze, and everyone's playing Fortnite. You know, little kids in Mexico are playing Fortnite. Little kids in Thailand are playing Fortnite. Internet cafes. Little kids in freaking South Korea are playing Fortnite. Fortnite is a global, international craze, and it's just taken the world by storm in the past couple of months. Rather, it really blew up over the summer. It was already popular among the YouTube community earlier this year, and you know the game just came out like last year. It just turned a year old in the summer, I believe, and I know this because I played in that summer and I got the birthday challenges done. So I'm a pretty big Fortnite player myself. I wouldn't exactly put myself on the caliber of the professionals that play. Like TSM Myth, Ninja, Allier, Daquan, Tfue. Wouldn't exactly put myself on that caliber, but I can hold my own in a game, and well, at least I try to hold my own in a game. I played at Season 3, no Battle Pass Season 3. I was unable to buy one, but Season 4, I bought the Battle Pass, got all Season 4 skins, 5 skins, and I have the Season 6 Battle Pass too, and I'm currently working on the challenges for that one. But this isn't really about my Fortnite career. It's about the Fortnite dances. And the question was, can you copyright a dance emote? And my answer is no. You can't copyright a dance emote. In the video, I kind of explained with satirical humor and was kind of making fun of Chance the Rapper and 2 Milli. And I also wondered why the bigger people, like Snoop Dogg, who've also had their versions of their dance emulated into the game, haven't spoken out about it. That's because Snoop Dogg is well off. He doesn't blow his money on stupid shit, which is, I think, why 2 Milli is harassing Epic Games about the whole swipe it emote, because I think that he ran out of money and he needs a cash grab, and what better way than to sue the biggest game on the planet for using a version of what might be his dance. So the thing is that opens up a whole new different adpocalypse. So you know when we had the adpocalypse last summer, when PewDiePie said the N-word, the hard R N-word, which I won't repeat on the podcast. This is professional, semi-professional. I'll try to be professional on here. So PewDiePie said the N-word, and then everything blew up. YouTube got tight. So you had to watch what you say. So now we're going to have to watch our body movements. If we flail our arms doing an ASMR or a makeup tutorial that kind of looks like the Milli Rock, we have to give all of our ad revenue to 2 Milli. That just opens up a whole different thing, you know. I could understand if it's like a whole like ballet recital, like a whole like 2-3 minute dance choreography that you're stealing. That's one thing. And I wouldn't call it stealing. I definitely wouldn't call it stealing. And I would definitely call it, you know, inspiration. he said, the emotes are based on real life stuff. You had the floss in season 2, and you had Ride the Pony, which was from the Gangnam Style. Season 3, you had Best Mates, which was from that one Viner, and you had Take the L, which is from It, I think, or some sort of clown movie. So all of the emotes that you see on there are based on real life stuff. So does that mean everyone needs to have a cut of the pie? So John Heater, who played Napoleon Dynamite in the movie of the same name, his dance at the whole presidential campaign speech for class president, where he was running the campaign with Pedro, that whole dance. So everyone that uses Groove Jam, and now Epic Games owes John Heater money. Alright, so how about Trailer Park Boys, or not Trailer Park Boys, Pumpernickel, that's from Hot Rod, I believe. So all of the revenue made from Pumpernickel, the emo, which is 500 V-Bucks, $5 purchase. So think about how many people that bought Pumpernickel. They now owe X amount of money to Hot Rod, the director of the movie, whoever it is. I can't be bothered to look it up right now. So they owe him money now. I mean, it's just ridiculous to me. And my closing statement on this whole conversation about the whole topic is that I do not support what 2 Milli is doing, trying to weasel money out of Epic Games. I think it's despicable. I think it's greedy, and I think he's a scumbag for it. I really think that 2 Milli needs to reevaluate his priorities and his morals, because he's just ruining the fun for everyone. When you blend social justice in with gaming, it just ruins the fun. Like, gaming is supposed to be fantasy. It's supposed to be an escape from reality. Not everything is supposed to be perfect. But now we have people that are catering to these dumbasses. Like, for example, Overwatch. The Overwatch community is very toxic. Not as toxic as Fortnite's, but it's extremely toxic. Now, Overwatch has been begging for a black disabled whatever hero, and instead they got the most recent hero that was added was Hammond, which was a anthropomorphic hamster, a tank hero. It's kind of like a cheap knockoff of Diva, if like Diva were a hamster and could roll around. That's really the only new feature that they added in that game, is that now you have a dumbass that rolls around. His damage per second is kind of like weak compared to the other tank heroes. But basically he caused a controversy because a fucking hamster was put in the game before a black woman. And there are black people in the game. There's Doomfist. Symmetra is from the dark part of India. That probably sounded bad, but you get the idea. There's people of color in the game. Sombra is from Mexico. You got Reaper is Hispanic too. So what's the big deal? Like, it's this you keep pushing these boundaries and you keep catering to the dumbasses, and it's just never enough. And you know what? It's never gonna be enough. So, next topic is Anita Sarkeesian goes after Ninja. So, Anita Sarkeesian tried to make herself relevant again by going after the biggest Twitch streamer in the world, Ninja. So, what happened was, there is a tweet by Anita Sarkeesian where she quoted the ESPN Gamer of the Year thing. And she quoted it and said, "Oh, isn't this the guy that doesn't want to play with women because of a marriage?" And she thought it was a bullshit excuse. I mean, Ninja has his reasons. I honestly think that what he said was dumb, considering how big he is, and people were going to twist his words and put it out of context. But to give him credit, he did predict that. People will take what he says and twist it out of context to make him look bad, and they did with that whole controversy. They made him look misogynistic. They made him look like a woman hater, even though he's married to a woman. And he loves this woman. He probably wants to have a future with this woman. I mean, if you're misogynistic and hated women, then you wouldn't want to do that. That's just basic, sociology 101. But basically, and then under that tweet, she put this is normalizing misogyny in the gaming industry. One of the leading members of Gamergate and that whole controversy was Anita Sarkeesian. And basically, she just started this whole domino effect that's ruining gaming today. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with inclusivity. There's nothing wrong with being diverse in video games. In fact, I think that people should get more options for video gaming. A couple, like maybe 15, 20 years ago, you couldn't be a girl in a video game. When they added that, I mean, that wasn't even terrible. Nobody made a big fuss. Now you can add women of different color in the video game, men of different color. Cool. And then you had games like Call of Duty World War II, where you could be a black woman fight that was a Nazi. You know, so inclusivity is definitely not problematic. What's problematic is using this inclusivity to try to get more out of people, to try to get more out of the industry, and basically, if it's kind of the my way highway mentality. So Anita Sarkeesian is like, well, if you don't want to do this in gaming, then you're just a misogynist and you're a racist and you're a pig and you are homophobic and you're this and that, you're XYZ. And I think that type of mentality is toxic, and that's why I think people that like Anita Sarkeesian and people that support her, like Riley J. Dennis, Francesca Ramsey, Kat Black, Marina Watanabe, all those people are toxic. They're the most toxic people on social media, especially on Twitter. And you know what? And we just keep giving them this massive platform to speak on. And it's just frustrating. The gaming community needs to rise up and just explain, look, games are supposed to be fantasy. It's not supposed to be a representation of real life. And if you try to make it a representation of real life, you're going to be crossing lines that are not meant to be crossed. I mean, it's this. I mean, the gaming industry has too many problems on its hands nowadays with Fortnite addiction and Korean people dying in internet cafes after logging in 30, 40-hour sessions into League of Legends and Overwatch and World of Warcraft and StarCraft. The gaming industry has plenty to worry about right now. And I definitely think that was me taking off my glasses. I'm going to clean them real quick. Even my arms moving make my chair make noise, which is annoying. So to finish off that, before I fumble over myself anymore, to finish off that topic, Anita Sarkeesian is a toxic human being, and I want nothing to do with her. Okay, so the next topic is Sniperwolf. SSSniperwolf posted this video titled "Girls That Look Like Ariana Grande Need to Be Stopped," and this one YouTuber, I can't remember her name. I know I saw it on a Scarce video. I believe her name is, I remember. It's Gabi Demartino. If you don't know her, it's Fab Vlogs by Gab, has 2 million subscribers on YouTube. Basically, Sniperwolf called her out for trying to look like Ariana Grande and used her in the thumbnail of this video. Girl tries to be Ariana Grande so bad. So Sniperwolf gets a message from Gabi Demartino asking her, cut the shit, don't do that. Don't use cut her out. And then Sniperwolf basically refused, and then there's this whole thing, and I think Sniperwolf eventually took the video down or took her out of the thumbnail, but tried to play it off as if she did it herself. And it's just, whew, man, you know how I feel about Sniperwolf. You should check out my video where I expose Rice Gum for faking Fortnite gameplay, and I mentioned Sniperwolf as well. I was thinking of making a whole video about Sniperwolf, but then Nerd City came out with his. Oh, it's like one of my favorite videos to watch. And also, Sniperwolf lying for 13 minutes straight. That's one of my favorite videos. So, fuck Sniperwolf. Okay, so the last topic of discussion for today. Wow, I'm at 14 minutes. Whew. This is kind of a short podcast then. Jesus. Alright, so Brett Kavanaugh. So, I don't want to go too much into this because even today, at recording on October 5th, not everything has been revealed yet. So, Brett Kavanaugh was trying... He was nominated for Supreme Court Justice, and he hasn't been confirmed yet because of this whole controversy with him allegedly raping someone or attempting to rape someone at a house party back in 1982. So, crazy long time to wait to bring it up. So, and I know there's, when it comes to rape victims or sexual assault victims, I understand that there's a lot of, mental fuckery going on in your head, and I will never, ever experience anything like that. Well, at least I hope I don't. Well, and I can't, and it makes me, I sympathize, but at the same time, since I have no idea what it feels like to be in that position, I don't know what goes on in her head. So, it just seems really, really convenient that she would wait till Brett Kavanaugh was going to be on the Supreme Court. Never mind all the lesser courts that he was on. Supreme Court. It just seems so inconvenient. Not inconvenient. It just seems so convenient that she would wait until now to bring it up. So, I know it's a really touchy subject, and I don't want to look like I'm taking the Republican side, and I also don't want to look like I'm taking the Democrat side, because, this whole ordeal has been politicized and weaponized to the Democratic Party's bending and the Democratic Party's will. And to be honest, it just seems way too convenient for it to all be coincidence. Like, she waited 30 plus years to come out with this information, and it's just so crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry for yawning. I'm not gonna edit the audio. It's just more experimenting. I'm just so tired. I've just been really tired recently. So for Brett Kavanaugh, honestly, I just pray that it's all that she's just making it up, and that it's this, or she gets her people mixed up and she's just trying to pin it on Brett Kavanaugh, and maybe that there's another Brett Kavanaugh that exists that might have been confused with him or something like that. I know 2 people came out and said that they were the actually ones that assaulted Christine Blasey Ford, but those have been kind of swiped under the rug. My final thoughts on Brett Kavanaugh is that I have no idea how he is as a person, and I don't know how he was in high school, because I was not at that high school. I was not alive in 1982. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. The only people that really know what happened are Brett Kavanaugh, Mark Judge, and Christine Blasey Ford, and I just really hope that, both of it's really more of a he said, she said. So really, the people that are on the left are going to believe the victim because, fuck Brett Kavanaugh. But if people who are right are going to believe Brett Kavanaugh because fuck the victim. So it just kind of you can't win. The left won't win and the right won't win. Nobody's going to win. The only way to win is to pretend that you don't know about it, or to just be ignorant to it. Just be like, hey, have you heard about the whole Brett Kavanaugh situation? And just be like, oh. That's really the only way to win. That was it for the first episode of the FapCast. Thanks, everyone, for listening. If you did listen, I am at about 18 minutes, so it's probably, after I'm done with the outro, it'll probably be about 19 minutes, or 18:30, 18:45. I wanted to talk a little bit more, but I think it's because I didn't pick topics that I could really get really in-depth with, Maybe I should pick, next time I'm going to pick 5 more topics, so. This time I had 4. I brought 4 with me. So instead of 4, I will do 5 next time and see where I'm at, because I'm trying to get to at least 30 minutes for a good podcast. So FapCast episode 2 will probably be coming after Monday night's episode, whenever that is. I don't even know how many Monday night rants I've made. I've made so many rant videos. So thank you guys for listening to the first ever FapCast. Love to your mothers, and I'll see you all next time.